Hello, young friends. Before we talk about the chapter, Can Chemistry Alone Explain Life, which was Monday's reading, I want to do a little bit more with the previous chapter. And I think I'm going to just keep myself to the very end. There's a lot. I do love this question, was the universe created? And I love thinking about the various possibilities that, theologians, philosophers, cosmologists, astronomers all theorize about. One of the things that Hout, in his Convergence section, so this is near the end of the chapter, he says, before, bottom of 75, I'm going to start that bottom paragraph. Convergence, the model he definitely champions, observed that the creation faith of Jews, Muslims, and Christians, and we do share significant territory in our understanding and affirmation of creation, is not only consistent with, but also supportive of the whole adventure of modern scientific inquiry. Before the rise of modern science, the theological doctrine of creation had for centuries already suffused the Western mind with the sense that the world is a contingent creation of God. That is, that the world or the universe depends entirely on God's creative will and power. And the word contingent here means it need not have been. And it also implies it need not have been what it's becoming. It could have been different. To say that the world is contingent, as he goes on to say, is to say that it need not have existed at all. Obviously, the world exists, but to people of faith, it is dependent on God's goodness for both its existence and, we could say, the way it exists or its specific characteristics. So where he goes with that is to say, if the world were not contingent, and there's basically, at least to the human mind, currently two possibilities. Either a thing is necessary or contingent. If it's contingent, it depends on other factors, forces, circumstances for what it is and how it is, what sort of being it is. If it's necessary, if a thing is necessary, it cannot not be. And I think we could go on to say it cannot be anything other than what it is. It can't be some other way if it exists necessarily. The way it exists is necessary. So where he goes with this, and this might sound a little odd, but if you go to the second full paragraph on 76, if that were the case, if the world existed necessarily, the empirical imperative that gives rise to modern science, namely that we need to look at the universe before trying to understand it, would be irrelevant. For if the universe were necessary, we could simply sit at our desks and logically deduce its every feature. Where are we here? We could just sit at our desk, right. Empirical observation and field work would be unnecessary. Sorry, I got a little thing going here. Would be unnecessary. Thinkers of the past who believe the universe has existed forever would find it strange that we'd actually have to look at the world to understand it. Now, and then he goes on to say, I'll just say quickly here, last full paragraph. However, if the universe is the free creation of God, which Hout certainly does believe and is arguing for, as creation faith implies, this means that there is no necessity for its existing at all. It need not have been, right? It's God's creative free choice to have created. Likewise, there is no necessity for its being the kind of universe it is.